Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. Today we're exploring one of the absolute most fascinating concepts from Google's AI Agents course, which is how we actually capture human expertise and package it into a digital brain. We hear a ton about AI getting smarter and smarter, but the reality is raw intelligence alone just isn't enough to run a business. So we're going to look directly at the architecture of how we take all that raw computing power and transform it into highly capable, experienced digital workers.
I want to start off with a thought experiment that I think we can all relate to. Imagine you hire two new people. They have the exact same IQ, literally the exact same raw processing power. But one of them has 10 years of deep industry experience, and the other one just graduated and has zero real-world experience. Who's going to perform better on day one? The experienced one, right? It's a no-brainer. Well, the exact same thing happens with AI. An AI without experience is just like a super talented but totally struggling new employee. It has the brain power, sure, but without a playbook, it's just going to make constant beginner mistakes.
Section 1. The core triad: brain, tools, and skills.
To really understand this, we need to break down the anatomy of an effective AI agent into three distinct parts. First up is the brain, which is the AI model itself. Think GPT-4 or Gemini. That's your raw intelligence. Then you have the tools, which basically act as the hands. These are your APIs, your integrations, the actual ability to go search the web or open up a spreadsheet. But the real magic? That happens with the third component, which is skills. Skills represent the actual experience and proven workflows. It's that seasoned, hard-earned knowledge of how to properly use the hands and the brain together to actually get a job done right. And understanding this triad brilliantly highlights a distinction that trips up so many people. Think about the difference between a prompt and a skill. Prompts are just one-time instructions. It's honestly like micromanaging a new hire every single time you need a task done, which is exhausting for everyone involved. Skills, on the other hand, are permanent expertise. Creating a skill is literally like a senior employee writing down their highly optimized playbook and permanently handing it over to the AI. Once the AI has that skill, you never have to micromanage that specific workflow ever again. Section 2, Capturing Expertise in Action, the product research workflow.
Let's ground this with an example. Imagine you're running an online retail business. If you just prompt a raw AI to find a good product to sell, it's probably going to skip some crucial steps. It might find something super cool, but totally forget to check the profit margins. And skipping a checklist step like that could cost you serious money. But when we package this into a permanent skill, we can enforce 4 exact steps: demand check, then competition check, then profit check, and finally, a final recommendation. The AI is now forced to follow that exact same rigorous, proven process every single time, without forgetting a single detail. It goes from a loose prompt to a hardened operational procedure.
Now, here is a huge mindset shift about company structure. A lot of people picture AI as this one giant, omniscient robot sitting in a room just doing everything. But that is not how human companies work. And it's definitely not how AI agents work either. Human companies have specialized departments, right? Marketing, sales, finance. In the same way, your AI agents don't need to know everything all at once. Instead, they rely on a vast skills library where they can pull specialized expertise exactly when they need it. To give you a sense of the scale here, consider a massive home improvement store. They aren't running on just one generic store AI. They've built a deeply populated skills library. There's a project guidance skill that maps out full renovation plans, a materials list skill that automatically generates the required shopping lists, a review summary skill that condenses thousands of customer reviews into simple pros and cons. They have a delivery skill for route calculation and a return policy skill that instantly explains the rules to a frustrated customer. Every single customer touchpoint is powered by a specific, highly refined skill. So, you might be wondering, how does the AI actually juggle all of this? The answer is dynamic loading. The AI actively loads only the specific skill card it needs for the current conversation, which makes it incredibly efficient. It maintains a small active memory to chat with the customer, but it has access to essentially unlimited capabilities just waiting on the library shelf. So if a customer asks about returning a hammer, the AI dynamically loads the return policy skill. It doesn't waste any computing power thinking about delivery routes or renovation plans in that moment. It's just perfectly targeted focus. Section 3. Governing the AI, the Read, Draft, Act framework. Okay, before we even talk about permissions, we have to establish the golden rule of ownership, which is the team doing the work owns the skill. IT should not be writing the customer support workflows. We've all seen how that turns out, right? The human experts in the customer support department have to be the ones who write, own, and maintain the customer support skill. The marketing team owns the marketing skill. This is absolutely crucial because it ensures total accuracy. The actual domain experts are the ones transferring their hard-earned knowledge into the digital brain. And that brings us to the Read, Draft, Act framework. These are the 3 levels of guardrails you need to know. Level 1 is read only. The AI has zero permission to take action. It can only gather information, like reading through customer reviews. Level 2 is draft only. Here, the AI can prepare something, like drafting a response email, but a human must explicitly approve it before it goes out. And finally, level 3 is action allowed. This is fully autonomous, where the AI is trusted to actually issue a refund or reserve inventory completely on its own. These permission levels are exactly what keep human teams firmly in control so you can scale your AI safely. Section 4, the ultimate competitive advantage, the future of business. Now we need to contrast 2 realities because this is honestly the most vital takeaway of this entire explainer. The truth about the AI brain is that eventually every single company is going to have access to the exact same baseline models. You'll have the latest model, your biggest competitor will have it too. That raw brain power becomes a commodity. So simply buying the smartest AI model, that won't be enough. The real moat, your true competitive advantage, is your custom reusable skills library. The company that wins is the one that has best translated its unique proprietary business workflows into hardened AI skills. To visualize the ultimate goal here, imagine a hypothetical business profile for an entrepreneur named Amna. She operates this incredibly lean, highly efficient business, and it's entirely powered by a growing network of specialized AI skills. She has a research skill working around the clock, a supplier skill handling her logistics, an ad skill optimizing her ad spend, a customer support skill managing clients, and a competitor analysis skill keeping her one step ahead of the market. The key here is she isn't doing the manual labor, she is supervising a network of human-designed, AI-executed expertise. Which brings us right to our core thesis. The advantage comes from capturing expertise as reusable skills. Really let that sink in. Knowledge transformed into AI capabilities, that is the future of digital business. It's not about replacing humans at all. It's about humans capturing their greatest insights, their most effective checklists, their best strategies, and turning them into digital assets that execute flawlessly every single time. So I want to leave you with a provocative question to think about. What human expertise will your company capture first? Seriously, look at your own daily tasks or the processes your team runs every single week. Where is the deep experience hiding in your organization right now, and how quickly can you start packaging that into your very first AI skill? The library is just waiting to be built. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.